It's War Dragon time. RPW here with another Talk Dragon Tuesday. Today we're going to go over the fight pits. I have a few fun announcements, and I want to go over some changes that you might want to know about. So first of all, yes, the fight pits are coming this Wednesday. So I want to go over really quickly with everyone a few of my biggest tips for that event. Now, of course, the biggest tip I can give anyone is understand the event. Go through, the event tab and really read and understand how it works. Everyone should be reading that every time just to refresh your memory. Now, in this event, the whole idea is to jump and climb as high as you can out of the pit. Everyone starts at the pit and they have to climb their way out. You'll find yourself going up and then maybe dropping down and then up again. But in the end, your ultimate goal is to take the Colosseum. And you can actually gain extra points by taking each round in each specific category. Okay, so in this particular event, there are going to be rounds, and every round lasts for 6 hours total. And unlike this last event where your energy would reset in its price every 24 hours, it's going to reset every 6 hours. So you're going to get 4 times within a 24-hour period where you can utilize those energy packs and really boost up your energy. So don't waste them, okay? Spread these out so that you can continue winning throughout. Now, you will be able to use mega coins, and that can be a challenge during this event when other teams mega attack you. But there is a trick to this, because at the 15-minute marker, no team will be able to do any more mega attacks. So one thing you can do is hold off your energy into the last 15 minutes. If a big majority of your team is in there doing regular super attacks in the last 15 minutes, then you can overcome those mega coin attacks. I completely understand that it is really, exciting to get in there and use up all those energies and get all those prizes that you can. But it's best for your team if you hold that back and utilize those in the last 15 minutes. This is what's going to help keep your team at the top of the line. And don't forget that on Wednesday, when the event first begins, it's actually chest hunting phase. So the actual attacks won't actually begin until Thursday. I will bring in a event guide Thursday, probably late on Thursday, so you guys can kind of get an idea of how this event works. However, until then, I do have an event guide you can find right here on my channel for the fight pits. I'll include the link in the video description below. Okay, so that's the fight pits. How did everybody do in the fortification event? Now, why don't you go ahead and tell me how you did by going down into the comments section below and tell me how many levels you grew. If you've missed my past videos, by the way, make sure you check them out because I have a lot of tips and strategies for the fortification. And there's a lot of low-level players, I'm sure, making the same mistakes I did, which is where you really want those extra points. So what do? You spend those last 100 embers to build a new tower. Trust me, it's not worth it. Go out and get the lumber and save those for the next event. You don't want a lot of little towers, but instead a few larger ones. Now, another really cool thing happened this last week, which was I got a new avatar. Coolest thing about this avatar is that it was designed by Poseidon. If you don't know who Poseidon is, look him up by PQ Higgins on Twitter. Now, he is the same guy that designed my dragon logo for right here on YouTube. And I love his art. And now I get to sport it as my avatar right here in the game. And not only do I get to sport this avatar, which is, of the artist, that's probably my favorite artist. Well, no, probably my second favorite because my favorite artist would have to be my daughter. But I get to sport that and the fact that I am now in the Creators Faction. Yes, if you haven't heard, I have finally made the Creators Faction here at War Dragons, and I'm super excited and honored to be a part of it. Now, I'm not 100% certain that I'm going to be able to live up to the standards of all the others already here, but I'm truly honored to have that chance. And I hope that I can help the community not only grow, but sustain itself. Okay, so speaking of growing, I have created a new group on Facebook called War Dragons Nerds, and I'm so excited about this group because I wanted to create a Facebook group that didn't limit what other players could put within it. So there is no competition in this group. If you have a YouTube channel or anything that helps the the War Dragon community, then you are welcome to post in that particular forum. That means you can share your videos, you can share your websites, you can share your images, or anything that's related to War Dragons there. In fact, you can even share anything related to dragons. We don't mind. There's not that many rules, so be sure you go check it out. And currently, we only have a few members, so I need your help to help me make this grow. Now, the cool thing is, it will be a place where you not only get to post things like that, but you can actually do, team recruiting as well. I prefer for you guys to do it with some cool videos or something to make it fun and interesting for the community that's there. But anything and everything is welcome at the War Dragons Nerds, as long as it doesn't hurt anybody else. Now, to find this, new group page, all you got to do is go into Facebook, go into your search bar and put in War Dragons Nerds, and we will pop up. And it is an open join, so you won't have to wait to be accepted. All right, so the next thing I want to talk about is dragons and cocktails. I'm pretty excited. This live stream is growing. However, there has been some issues with my live streams. Now, I have moved my internet to my office and I'm still struggling with this. So I am going to try to play with this a little bit this week. And if we can't get this thing going up and running the way it needs to be, then either A, we're going to have to change our time frame, or we're going to have to, figure something else out. Now, I did recently get a job, and I usually get off at about 7:30 p.m., but on a Saturday night, I can't really guarantee an 8 o'clock slot. So I might have to slightly change this. So be sure you check with me regularly, and I'll kind of give you an update. But right now, as of now, it will still be Saturday nights, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, right here in the United States. Now, on Wednesdays, I also do live streams regularly, which is just a live chat with me. We just chit-chat, attack each other's bases, and have a good time. So be sure to check here on Wednesdays. Now, this past week, I did it on a Monday because I had so many things going on, I didn't get around to doing my beginner's guide. So tomorrow, instead of the live stream, we will have our week's beginner's guide. Now, I asked everybody to send me a nominee from your team or someone you might know that deserved to be a guest here on my show as a player. And the reason I wanted to do this was there are players out there that go out of their way to help others around them. It's as if that's what they enjoy about the game, is watching other players grow and helping them. Now, I got one nominee in this time frame, but the person that she nominated was underage, so I wasn't able to do an interview with her. So instead, I'm going to feature what I like to call my big brother on War Dragons, even though technically I'm older than he is by a lot. So when it comes to this guy who's I know as Kevin, he has been with me through thick and thin and has backed me up every which way in every direction. And I really think that someone like him should be featured because it's going to show you, what this community needs within their teams. Now, I'm not saying that we need everyone to put down what they're supposed to do for their own growth to help everyone else, but that if you choose someone that's lower than you and you make them, let's say, your game buddy, the player that you help build up, then you're going to be able to not only help someone grow and help them, better love this game, but then you're going to have the pride of watching them grow into something really spectacular. I wanted to interview him, but he is super shy and super modest. So instead of interviewing him, I'm just going to tell you guys a little bit about him today. Now, the first thing I want to tell you is, of course, he is the biggest helper on our team and the one that actually helped me begin the Royal Guardians. And one of the great things about him is the fact that even though you don't realize it, he is one of the reasons I understand so much about strategy within events and within my own growth. So, of course, he's a wonderful player to have. And that's where I feel like my, strengths lie, is strategies within, the particular events and, within growing. Now, when it comes to base building and so forth, I'm not the best. I just know to keep my base short. But if it wasn't for him and walking me through events and keeping me going and teaching me about waves and so forth, I don't know that I wouldn't have, the team that we have been creating. Now, the perfect thing about Kevin is that he has been through thick and thin with many players. I'm not the only one he's helped grow. So one of the things that he does is he puts everybody else's needs before his own. He knows that he's bigger and that he can get, for example, plenty of lumber later on in the event. So he comes in the first few days and he helps as many people as he can. And then, of course, on our team, because of him, I was inspired and I make Sundays and Mondays for low-level players. So I ask all high-level players to come in on Sunday and Monday and gather lumber because it's easy to get and pass it down to the lower-level players. What I do here on YouTube, making videos for everyone, to me is easy in comparison to what he has done in his 2 years on this game. Now, there are a lot of people out there that have a lot of kudos and do an amazing job, and I'm not putting down what they do. Odin makes some amazing videos. We've got Skyline making videos. You've got Eve Alleviates with her website. And you've got the base building guides and so forth with Adored, and many others that are a part of the Creators faction and not, that are out there reaching out to the community and making, informational sites for everyone to learn. But then there's those that really doesn't get a lot of attention, but they are sometimes the most important members when it comes to the growth of this community. And that is the player within the game. The player that no one sees, that's actually a big reason why players grow. And they put a lot of time, attention, and resources into helping others. So these players really deserve some kudos from us. I'm still looking for nominees because I would love to feature a few others and maybe have some, voice interviews with these players, because I feel that they deserve to be seen for what they do as well. So if you know somebody that you would like to nominate to be on my channel, on the show, Talk Dragon Tuesdays, then please message me either in the game or you can send me a message over on Facebook. So make sure you get a hold of me and we will get that going. Now, before I let you guys go, there is something else I want to discuss, which is I am consolidating all of my social sites to only Facebook, Instagram, of course here on YouTube, and my Line app. Now, the reason I'm doing this is because I'm stretched thin between managing a team and, of course, playing the game myself, and then, of course, the YouTube and so forth. It is a lot to go back and forth from Twitter to Instagram to Facebook to Snapchat and, put all these posts and remember to put them all on every site. Besides, if you're on 5 different of my platforms, it's just, you're seeing the same thing on every one of them. So I have dropped Instagram, Twitter and Snapchat for now. So if you are following me on one of those sites and you don't want to miss out on things that I post, make sure you're following me either on Facebook or you're on my Facebook group, which is the Royal Dragons Nerds, or that you follow me over on Instagram. I'm not a big Instagrammer. I apologize for that. And I'm not a big fan of it for my YouTube because I can't really utilize it in the sense of links. So I really suggest that you guys follow me over on Facebook. And then, of course, subscribe to this channel so you know if a video comes out. And to further consolidate my time, because between work and everything, I'm also canceling Squire University, mostly because I did not get the amount of volunteers that I was really hoping to get to help me over there. Now, if you did miss out on what this was going to be about, the idea was to have 20 to 25 players that were veteran players join me with an alternate account on this team so that we could help other players grow. However, there are a few hiccups with this. Number one, I think I got maybe 3 or 4 from other teams that were willing to participate, and then all the rest of the players are myself now, or someone on my team. And now the other thing is, even though we're pretty much maxed out, they're all multiple alts from those on our team. So it looks like it's doing way better than it is, but it's not. So what I've decided to do is go ahead and drop the university for Moral Squires. And if you're already there helping us, I really appreciate you giving us the chance. And you're welcome to stay and you're welcome to leave. There is never, a must-stay rule with anything relating to my teams. So that is going to be canceled. However, if you do want to join that team and play with my alt and anybody else that has an alt on there, then you're more than welcome to. However, I would only go there if you're either an alternate account yourself or you are slow to grow, because we're not going to be on there every second of the day like we will on our main team. So basically it's become an alternate account, and I do apologize. I'm just not getting the feedback that shows me that this is something that's going to be supported by the community. And that's fine, because, you know, maybe we're not ready for it yet. Maybe in the future, as we grow my channel and I get more and more people out there, then maybe we can revisit the Royal Squires University. Until then, you guys will have my beginner's guide videos, and of course you can always reach out and ask questions right here in the comment section of all of my videos, or you can send me a personal message on Facebook. Now, don't forget to go check out PQ Higgins over on Instagram. He's the one that I mentioned had done the avatar that I have, as well as my awesome dragon. But he actually has a series called Woe Dragons, which is a... sorry, my phone just went to Siri. So anyways, he has a Woe Dragons, which is a really cool and very creative comic that you can actually give the caption to. So he has a caption contest every week where you can go and possibly win some cool prizes. Alright, so that wraps up this week's Talk Dragon Tuesday, and be sure to check back next Tuesday. Alright guys, don't forget to leave me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and sign up for notifications. Happy hunting!